if we do all of these 8 things all the time, we're going to find ourselves getting to the end of the year and wondering why we didn't see like growth or impact that we wanted to.
Welcome to Duo on Air, where we help you get seen, remembered, and wildly obsessed over by your audience. We're your hosts, Abby
and Courtney, a pair of ex-agency besties who ditched the cubicles, the Minneapolis skyways, and the corporate jargon for work that matters, with people who inspire us every day. Today, we're a women-powered marketing agency serving brands worldwide, bringing those big agency results without the corporate price tag.
Around here, it's all about what actually grows your business: branding, SEO, websites, and navigating the real-life ups and downs of building a dream while raising tiny humans. We're moms, wives, and best friend business partners in the trenches with you, making the hard stuff feel easy and a whole lot more fun.
So pour a fresh cup, get comfy, because you're exactly where you need to be.
Let's duo this.
Welcome back to the Duo on Air podcast. This is episode number 210. And you know those days where you did a lot, but you actually didn't do anything, nothing to show for it. The list didn't get checked, but you worked all day. Those are literally the worst days.
Me yesterday. I told Courtney, I was like, I added to my list. I took nothing off.
Which, what?
Yeah. And I did a lot, but
you felt like you had nothing to show for it.
Oh, I hate it.
Yes. If you are a small business owner, entrepreneur, solopreneur, this is probably something you deal with often. You feel like you have done so much, but by the end of the day, you're like, what did I actually do? I have nothing to show for it, but I promise I did stuff. Some days I get on Boxer just to list off everything I did for Abby, so she knows that I did stuff, because sometimes it doesn't feel like I did stuff, you know? Like, and sometimes I'll even like get to the end.
Do you think I'm sitting over here like, what is she doing?
And then by the end of the Boxer, I'm like, I don't know why I told you all that, but I just want you to know that that's what I did today, in case you were wondering what I did today. It just makes me feel better about myself.
Yeah. I think when we were outlining this episode, I was like, I think we needed this. Like, we needed this reminder. Mm-hmm. So we're thinking that maybe if we need this reminder, that you might need it too.
Yeah. Yeah. You know? So we're going to take you through 8 reasons you're busy but not booked, and what you can do to kind of help that feeling.
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
The first one, I think we are all guilty of this. Mm-hmm. I am sure of it. You are checking your email before anything else, first of all, why do we do this? Why is it like the very first thing that we think about when we wake up that we have to check our email?
I do it in bed.
You start?
It's so bad. I should not, but I do it in bed.
I actually don't do it in bed. I do it when I get to like my kitchen island.
Good for you. But I shouldn't have my phone right next to me either. I've like been meaning to move my phone away from my bed, you know, like
and EMF.
Yes, whatever. All of the all of the toxicities. And I should be doing that, but it should like who says it? Skies before screens. Which I love that saying. Like, you should go outside and like put your face in the sun or look up at the sky or whatever. Just be outside before you look at your screen. And I did that for a short period of time, and then it's so hard. Good. Yeah, I know, it's so hard. So that's a habit that needs to come back into my life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when you look at your email, or like just like immediately jump out of bed and you're just like in work mode, you start your day in that reactive mode, and it's hard to snap out of it too, right? Like, once you're in it, you feel like you're kind of in it, and that makes you just feel busy right off of the get-go. Mm-hmm. And like, you need to just start your day. You need to get going. You don't have time to process the day, to actually wake up, to nourish your body, to look at the sun and the sky before you look at your phone. We are not saving lives over here. We've said this so many times before. There's no need for us to jump in and look at our email right away. Yeah. It's not going to do anything.
No. The cortisol spike that probably comes with it is probably not worth it. Mm-hmm. So yeah, this is going to be a new goal for 2026 of like not checking email first thing, and maybe setting a rule for yourself, or someone on our team has a brick. Maybe we all need to get ourselves a brick and brick our phones and actually not be allowed to look at email until a certain time of day.
Our web designer has a brick. Yes. We asked her about it the other day, and it sounds like something everybody should have.
Yes. So that's step number 1. Number 2 is you're working in your business, not on it. And we are absolutely guilty of doing this.
We're probably we're probably guilty of all of these.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We're guilty for sure of all of these. And it's not necessarily like, sometimes it's like you're busy but not booked, or you're busy but not growing, or you're busy but staying the same, or you're just like busy and not feeling productive.
Yes.
Like and I think the thing is, if we do all of these 8 things all the time, we're going to find ourselves getting to the end of the year and wondering why we didn't see like growth or impact that we wanted to.
Because you felt like you were constantly working, right?
Yeah.
So you feel like when you're working all the time that there should be growth.
Yeah.
But that's not true.
Yeah. And it's like rewarding the hustle culture, you know? So we are constantly reminding ourselves of this, of like, we're working too much in the business and not on it. We need to take a step away. And oftentimes when this happens, we will be like, we need to schedule a working day just to work in our business. And we always tell our team like, hey, we're offline. Like, we close email. We just sit and work on the things that we have talked about during our annual planning meetings of where we want the business to grow. But the thing is, these don't happen unless we actually set aside the time. So we have to block our calendars.
It's actually been a minute since we've had one, which is kind of sad.
I know. And we've been trying to do at least one a month. And Court and I have been talking about adding in our own days where we just do our own C-level roles, even weekly. Like, it's something where if you think about it, if you're working 5 days a week, you can take one day to work on the business. That's okay.
Yes.
And it can feel so hard when you're so busy, but it's really important to do that, because those are the days that probably are going to fill your cup. Like, those are the days that get us excited. So, and don't wait until the end of the week to do them.
Do them like, Monday, Tuesday.
Do them Monday when your brain is fresh. Don't wait until the end of the week when you're so burnt out and tired, because I can't tell you how often I've been like, Friday is my open day. Friday is my day. I'm going to do it. And I end up being so tired that it's not productive.
I honestly think Fridays should be like small, easy, mundane tasks because you're tired. You had a busy week. Like, you need to be able to do the tasks that are so mind, or just like they don't take a lot of mind energy or any of that. Yeah. So you can just like quickly be like, oh, look, I did 5 things on a Friday. Now I feel so great about myself.
The quick administrative things that don't take too much of your brain.
Yes.
For sure.
So the third one is that you forget to sell to your audience. I think a lot of people fall into this bucket because a lot of people just don't want to do this, right? Or they feel like they're being pushy or too salesy, and you just kind of want to be everybody's friend, and you don't want to step on people's toes, or you don't want to seem cringy or salesy. But we have to remember that we have to sell our services. It doesn't have to feel cringy. It doesn't have to feel salesy. There's a way that you can do it, with storytelling or whatever it might be. But things like social media posts, your emails, we send these, we're pushing them, but we forget to tell people to buy the things, to sign up for the things, why they need our things. Like, we forget those parts because, again, we feel a little weird throwing it in there, or we aren't sure how to weave that in. And if that's something that you're struggling with, like, put that blog post, put that newsletter, put that email into ChatGPT and ask how you can naturally sell your services throughout that post, throughout that caption, whatever it might be.
Yeah. Or pop on stories every single day with an offer.
That's like, something that we're not great at it quite yet, but we're testing, is just being in stories and selling in stories and just like doing it naturally. Like, don't feel like you have to like throw a bunch of designed templates up there or something. Take pictures throughout your day, put old photos up there, put your caption.
And it doesn't have to be completely planned out. Just let it happen organically. Like, Court and I have had a lot of conversations this week just about brand strategy and like certain situations where it has like we've needed it for certain clients. And so I think sometimes it's interesting because it's like we can just tell those stories and we can talk about the importance of brand strategy and what we're coming up against, and like that kind of storytelling is going to sell for you without you feeling the need to actually like, here's my brand strategy package. It costs this much and I'm taking new clients.
It doesn't have to be that boring or that stale.
Yeah. Weave it into your everyday life for sure.
And just remember that not everyone sees your content every time that you talk. I think that's the thing that we have to remind ourselves constantly, is that it's not The same people that are seeing your stuff every single day. You're not going to be too annoying to somebody. And if somebody does happen to see your content every single day and they find you annoying, they can leave, they can unsubscribe. And guess what? They were probably never your ideal client anyways.
Yeah.
So don't be worried about showing up more often in those spaces because you think you're just like repeating to the same person over and over again. You're not. You could be talking to a completely new person or people every single day.
Number 4, your website isn't built to convert. So when you are busy, you are likely not staying active on your social channels. Maybe your newsletters aren't as impactful. Maybe you're just can't be present in the marketing standpoint, like for your business, because you are too busy. And so because of that, you need a website that's going to work for you. And you need that website working in the background so that you can still see leads coming in even when you're busy. Like it should still be performing for you. So if your website isn't getting traffic, maybe the strategy isn't there, maybe it's like not driving your audience to actually do the conversion that you want them to do. Like the CTAs aren't there, you're not naturally navigating them or luring them to like the spot that you want them to go to.
Or you have too much fluff copy and things are confusing and they have no idea what you're even trying to sell or the solutions that you offer. If you're too fluffy, people are going to get confused and you're going to lose them because people shouldn't have to guess what you're offering or what you're serving them. It should be very clear to them on the website.
Yeah. So, and then another thing that, we've been talking about a lot for our own website is like adding on starting prices or pricing on your website. I think a lot of times people don't convert or they don't inquire out of fear that it's not going to match what they can afford or what they need. And I think that's something where just setting that expectation in advance can also help you. So this is something that we've experimented always of like no pricing, share pricing before we hop on a call or do starting at pricing. Like we've experienced all different ways of this. And I think you have to choose what works well for you. But I also think if you're busy, you don't have time to sit on inquiry calls that aren't going to be the right fit.
Right.
So you need to set the expectation in advance.
Yes. Number 5, your offers aren't actually profitable. So have you ever actually looked at how long it takes you to do something and then what you charge for that? Because if you haven't, we strongly encourage that you do, because you might not actually be making money. You might actually be losing money based on the time, the effort, the amount of resources that go into a particular project. So we do this every year at a minimum at our annual planning, like we mentioned before. This year, Abby actually did it while watching trash TV in the hotel bed while we were hanging out together. So it doesn't have to be something, sexy. It can literally, we're not encouraging people to work at night in bed, but if you like to work at night in bed and watch trash TV like we do, this is a point that you can do it. It's kind of, it's like one of those things that you don't have to put a lot of thought into, but you need to sit down, kind of look at your profitability from the services that you offer. How many hours are going into them? Are you making money from it? If you are not, you either have to adjust that package or increase your prices.
All right. Number 6 is you don't have any funnels working in the background. So this kind of goes back to when you're busy and you don't have time, you're not marketing, you can't serve people. So you're kind of just like floundering for any help. So you need systems and processes to help you do the hard work, right? So like your website isn't built to convert. Maybe your workflows aren't built to convert either. So things like even your freebies, those things can have really good email sequences that naturally progress people to your services and offerings. And your inquiries. So if you are someone who takes discovery calls and leads, you should have an inquiry process that is getting them to book a call. So we actually just talked about this recently on episode 206, where we talked about optimizing your entire inquiry process and how to make sure that that is actually leading to a solid conversion rate when it comes to people booking calls.
Number 7, your offers aren't clear. So things like if you are asking like, who is this for? What specific problem does it solve? What transformation happens? If your offer sounds like a list of deliverables instead of a solved problem, people will hesitate. And we just talked about this on like the last episode or two back. But if you are just being very tactical about your offers, and that's all you say are the tactical things like, we do SEO, we write keywords for you, we write blog posts, people are going to be like, okay, like I can write a blog post. Like that's a very tactical thing. You need to make people have a feeling of walking away with their goal or their problem solved. So we write SEO for your website that is going to bring in traffic from desired clients who fall in the bucket of XYZ. And we're going to do it through brand storytelling and making sure that we weave them in naturally, organically. We're going to tag your headlines. I mean, like just getting into the depth of it and telling them that you're going to walk away with an optimized website that is going to work for you for 5 years, that you don't have to do any sort of maintenance on, and just letting them know that we're building them a tool that is going to work for them for years based on the knowledge and the expertise that we're going to provide them. Yeah. We're not going to tell them that they're going to get X amount of keywords. We're going to do it for them, but then tell them how they're going to feel coming out of it.
Yeah, your website shouldn't be a contract. It shouldn't be, here's the bullets of what you're getting. Like, yes, you need that stuff in a contract for legal purposes to protect yourself and all of that. But when it comes to the service, people, I mean, especially if you're in an industry that people don't understand,
that can be super jargony.
Yeah, they're hiring you because they don't understand how to do it or know how to do it. Then they don't want a bulleted list of what you do. They want the transformation. They want to know what, if they give you their money, what is that going to solve? And that's what your copy and your offer should clearly communicate. So one of the things we have on our investment guide that we added recently in the last, I don't know, probably a couple of years is like, this is for you if, and that is the line that helps serve you and help you understand this offer is for me. Like, yes, that 100% speaks to me. And then outside of just the deliverables, here's the transformation that you're going to experience.
This is how you're going to feel afterwards.
Yes.
It's like we have a lot of people that come to us too, which is so sad from an SEO perspective, where they've actually hired a company too, where they don't know what they're doing. They're just like, they sold me all of these jargony words and I have hired them and I literally don't know what they're doing. And
I pay this much money and I don't know what the results are.
That is so heartbreaking.
It is.
And I'm sure they come to them with very tactical jargony words and people are like intimidated by that. So they're like, okay, yeah, I think I do need you.
I need SEO and you do SEO and that's all. That's the extent of what they know.
But if you don't understand how you are going to walk away with your problem being solved, that's probably a red flag and you probably shouldn't work with that agency.
Yeah. And then finally, your website copy is lacking. So this comes back again to like not having the clarity around your offerings or your navigation or clearly guiding people to where you want them to go. But if you are missing keywords from an SEO perspective, if you're missing that uniqueness and that personality through the brand strategy and what your brand voice is, if you're missing call to actions, if you have a poor UX strategy, all of this is going to affect how people are inquiring on your website. So making sure when you are busy that your systems and your website and the things that exist out there in the world are actually working for you is beyond important because you don't have the time to like hard sell every single person that comes in, and you need your systems and your processes to do some of that heavy lifting for you.
And we actually have a ninth one. It's kind of a bonus one, but we've all felt this. You don't take a break, which is probably, this could be one of the most detrimental things to you. So if you don't step outside of the business, you aren't thinking clearly. We all need space. We all need to decompress. We all need to step away from the business for a certain amount of time, because otherwise we are going to lose that passion, that creative drive. We're not going to be as good as what we could be if we don't take that break. We're not nourishing ourselves properly, probably. So making sure to remember that all of those things make you better at what you do too, make the process simpler, make you feel less busy. The hustle mentality is so strong in the United States with small businesses, and stepping away from that and starting to focus on how we can run the business, not the other way around, the business running us, is super crucial to continue to move forward without feeling this constant state of busyness without kind of moving forward.
Yeah. So if you're feeling this like super busy, if you feel like you're in a super busy season but you're not growing,
yes,
then these are likely some of the reasons why not. And then it's just time to take one small shift. Like
yes.
maybe it is just not checking your email until 10 a.m. or maybe it's promising to get outside every day at noon. Like there can be small things that you can do that can really change your mental state without taking away from like I know a lot of times it's so hard to think about this stuff when we're busy, but small things like that are going to change mentally how you think, and then also just help you focus on what the business actually needs, especially as a founder. Like you have to step out.
Yes. My goal, I'm going to do sun before screen.
Skies.
Or, oh my gosh.
Because
skies.
The only reason I say skies is because the sun's not, we live in Minnesota
there.
and the sun's not always there. Stupid. But yeah, that should be mine as well. I think I really should. You know what? It scares me, the not opening email until 10. Like I think it's a good scare. Like, okay, if that scares me, then I probably need it. But I should do the same with Boxer.
Yeah. Okay, we're going to do this.
Okay.
I'm going to tell you how we come out on the other side.
Be our accountability buddies and let us know. Go to Instagram or go wherever you like to talk to us and let us know what you're going to do.
Yes. It's time for a refill. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Duo on Air.
If you loved hanging out with us today, here are 3 quick ways to support the show. 1, subscribe so you never miss a new episode.
2, share this episode with a biz bestie and tag us on Instagram at duo.collective.
And 3, leave a review because we love hearing from you.
Finally, keep sharing your episode ideas. We love creating content for you. Head over to duocollective.com to catch up on all the latest episodes, brand and website makeovers, SEO tips, and so much more.
See you there. Let's duo this thing called business together.